Hello there, and welcome to the second installment of Girl Boss and Bourbon, where our hosts, Brent Schaup, review episodes of Girl Boss whilst drinking bourbon. Today's episode is episode number 2. It's titled The Hern. I'll give you a second to guess what that's about. If you guessed the Hern means the hernia, then you're correct. This episode, we follow Sophia, where we left off in episode 1. She was just so happy that the jacket that she bought and was going to resell was doing so great, and she was ignoring her dad. We don't see her dad at all in this episode, so I guess leave that be what it is. Her jacket gets up to $600, and so she's pretty happy about that. So, of course, to celebrate, no time like the present to get some peanut butter, because I guess that's how she celebrates, is getting peanut butter. So while reaching up to the top shelf to get the peanut butter, she feels pain and boom, hernia. And for everyone watching, it should be pretty apparent that that's a hernia, but you know, it's supposed to be kind of known. So her and her friend are thinking it could be anything. It could be a pimple, it could be pulled muscle, it could be anything. Her friend says, oh hey, you should go to the free clinic. And of course Sophia, who doesn't want to conform to anything, just says no. It's like, it's fine. It's like, who cares? But what's more important than your physical health is buying and reselling clothes. So Sophia then sets out to, do the thing that she knows best. Go to thrift stores, look for those overlooked 80s jackets that she can sell for $600. But surprise, surprise, this time she can't find any. She has no finds. She even goes back to the same thrift store that she went to in the very beginning and finds nothing, and gets made fun of by the owner. Because he's like, you can't run a business, you can't do that. And she's like, watch me. So, in her typical business fashion, when she's feeling down, first thing she thinks of is, why not steal something? So she goes to a library to steal a book, because it's more money than she has. She has like $21. But she's kind of witty. She's like, I'm going to buy a bookmark, get a bag, and hide the book with the bag. But she gets caught, and it's this whole thing. She reveals her hernia to shock people, and then she runs away, and she hides behind one corner of a building, and people just stop chasing her. So I guess that was their commitment to that book thievery. The book was like eBay for dummies or something like that. So, because she was trying to elevate her eBay career, but that obviously didn't work out. Sometimes I forget about the bourbon, but I mean, we're really focused on Girl Boss here. That's why we're all here, right? So then she's like, if the thrift stores don't have anything that I can resell, well, she learns this from the book. If they're supposed to go to estate sales and stuff. So she finds an estate sale. It's this single lady that died in her 70s. And so Sophia's like, I know she has good clothes. Turns out it's only open for 30 more minutes. So she rushes there. She gets there. Everything's gone. But she opens the closet. No one else in the house. Opens the closet, and there's this big chest that she thinks has a lot of good clothes in it. So she tries pulling it out, and it's so heavy and she can't do it. And all of a sudden, boom, twinge. She feels all the pain from her hernia, passes out, falls asleep for like literally 2 minutes. And someone opens the door, opens the chest for her, and she's like, cool, all these clothes. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna resell them for a lot of money. And so she's happy, and she buys them for like $10. But then she goes out and she finds out that her car is blocked in on both sides by two other cars, and she got a ticket for not turning her wheels towards the curb, because you're supposed to do that if you're on a hill. They're in San Francisco. That's the thing people have to do, and I guess you can get a ticket for it. I didn't know that, so the more you know. But yeah, thinking about it, she has a hard time with car issues. We kind of were introduced to her having car issues. Now she has more car issues. So it's like, who's the real villain in this story? I feel like it's car maintenance issues is the real villain. But I guess also, you know, other than that, there's not really another good front runner for a villain other than the ambiguous society that is trying to put a cage around Sophia in her dreams. But I wouldn't say dreams, because she mostly just, in her words, she just wants to sell clothes so that she can lay around and do nothing. And she doesn't even want to call it a business. So that's where Sophia's mind's at right now. So after she realizes, oh, my car's stuck, I'm gonna have to pay this thing, might as well just ditch the car, takes the clothes out of the car, and you can see she's heading for a storm cloud. And I feel like it's kind of metaphorical and really bad CGI, but she's headed for a storm cloud, and it starts raining and she's so sad. But looky there is Shane. He's the ocean noise drummer guy that we met in the first episode. So he's just there all of a sudden, and I guess it's his place. We don't really know if she purposely walked there or not, but he's like standing out the rain. They're both getting rained on, and he's like, "Hey, it's okay. You can stay here tonight." It just ends there. So she gets some clothes, and she gets a hernia, and that's about all that happens. She leaves her car. So who knows what happens to her car? Well, just stay tuned to find out, I guess. But I'd say the real star of this episode is the Hern itself. It's really the main character. That's about all I got for episode number 2, the Hern. So yeah, we'll catch y'all next time on Girl Boss and Bourbon.